Hi, this is Sandy from Spitfire's Customer Experience team, and next we're going to be taking a look at the mixer in the eDNA interface. The mixer allows us to crossfade between bank A and bank B. Any of the patches that have MW at the end will have mod wheel assignments made to the mixer. So if I move my mod wheel, you'll see that the mixer animates in the middle here. And if I hold down a note, you can hear it crossfade between the two different sounds. So far, so good. If you want to, you can reassign this control just like any other by right-clicking or control-clicking on Windows and removing the MIDI assignment or learning a new one. The mixer, however, can do an awful lot more than just move back and forth with the mod wheel. If we check this box on the left-hand side that says Oscillate Mixer, now, when we hold a note, we can see that it oscillates between the two different ends of the mixer. There are a few different controls that we can change to change how this oscillation behaves. To the left of this mixer, this multiplier here will change how quickly the oscillation takes place. It's always tempo locked, with 0.5 being the fastest and 256 being the slowest, almost imperceptibly slow. I'll set that back to 1 for now. At either side of the mixer, we have two small faders, which we can click and drag up and down on, or we can MIDI assign, which will affect the depth of the oscillation. With these set to full, the sound will oscillate fully from left to right, so that you'll hear each sound individually at the peak of their oscillation. If I was to set these to, say, the halfway point on each, or set one full and one very, very low, you can bias the oscillation to one of the sounds or the other. Underneath the mixer, you also have a fader, which will allow you to change the phase of the oscillation. So if you want it to start at one end and oscillate back and forth, start in the middle or start on the left, for instance, you can choose that with this phase control. On the right of the oscillating mixer, we have 4 different oscillators that we can choose from, the default being sine. We also have a slightly more aggressive triangle wave, and we also have sawtooth and inverse sawtooth, which allow us to ramp from one sound to the other and immediately jump back. Let's hear what that sounds like. With stop on release enabled, the oscillation will only happen when the note is held, and when it's released, it'll stop. Let's hear what that sounds like. You can see how powerful the mixer can be, especially when you start playing with oscillating it. To take things a step further, you can MIDI assign almost all of these controls, including the speed of this oscillation, just by right-clicking or control-clicking on Windows. That's it for the mixer. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the gate sequencer, another really powerful tool in your arsenal with the Earth eDNA interface.